The movie kicks off way back in the day when everyone was super paranoid about witches. Like if you were a woman and someone didn't like you, bam, you're a witch. And the punishment was always death. So we're in the year 1235. The church rounds up these three women and accuses them of doing black magic. They're about to hang them from this big bridge. But right before, this priest is like, hold up, if any of you confess, you'll be saved. So the first woman is like, okay, fine, I did it. I worship the devil, whatever. But the second one is totally innocent. She's like, no way, I make medicine to fight black magic, not do it. And the third one, she's got this super creepy face, and she doesn't say a word. She just straight up curses the priest. So what do? They hang all three of them anyway. Total disaster. Afterward, the soldiers are about to just dump the bodies in the river, but the priest stops them. He's like, guys, we can't do that. We have to do this special ritual from the Book of Solomon to get the demons out, or something really bad is going to happen. But the soldiers are like, yeah, whatever, dude, and they just leave. So that night, the priest goes back to the river all by himself with this ancient book. He pulls the bodies out one by one and starts chanting these magic words over them. And get this, a demon totally flies out of the first two bodies. But when he gets to the third one, the creepy cursor lady, bam, she comes back to life. But she's not a person anymore. She's a full-on, terrifying witch. And the first thing she does is grab the priest hanging from the same bridge and kill him. Okay. So fast forward a bunch of years, the Crusades are happening, and there are these two soldiers, Baemon and Felson. They're best friends and total badasses, fighting in all the church's wars. They're the best of the best, super loyal. Then one day, they're in the middle of this huge battle, just wrecking everybody. But then Baemon's sword goes right through someone, and he realizes it's a woman. They stop and look around, and it's a total massacre. They've been killing women and children, not enemy soldiers. They are completely horrified. They go to their commander and are like, this is messed up. We didn't sign up to slaughter innocent people. We're done. And they just drop their swords and walk away. So now they're rebels, wanted men. They deserted the army, which is a death sentence. They have to sneak around and hide. They're passing through this place called Styria, and they're starving. So they see this little house in the woods and go to ask for help. But when they go inside, they find the couple who lived there are dead from some gnarly, horrible
The whole town of Styria has this awful vibe. People are just piling up dead bodies, not even burying them. Some are even whipping themselves, praying for mercy. Baemon and Felson have no clue what's going on. Then the soldier explains it to him. There's a plague, a super nasty one that just makes people rot while they're still alive, and it's been going on for 3 years. He's like, my whole family is dead. So Baemon and Felson try to grab some supplies and get out of there, but one of the soldiers spots their swords and recognizes the church's seal. Busted. They get dragged in front of the local cardinal, who's also dying from this plague. The cardinal knows who they are. He's like, you're the famous deserters. He tells them the plague isn't natural, it's from hell. He says a witch brought it into the world and they have her locked up. The only cure, he says, is in the Book of Solomon, and the book is in this monastery city called Zevrik. So he wants them to take the witch there. He makes them an offer. Take the witch to Zevrik, and the church will forgive all your sins. But Baemon is still super messed up about killing those innocent people, so he says no. The cardinal gets pissed and throws them both in a dungeon. And who else is in the dungeon? The witch. But she's just a girl. She doesn't look like a witch at all. She's just this scared, shivering kid. Baemon feels super sorry for her. So he changes his mind. He tells the cardinal, okay, we'll do it. We'll take her to Zevrik. It's a 6-day journey. It's going to be them, a priest, and this one knight named Eckhart. They've got a map, but Baemon's like, maps suck. We need a guide. They find this shifty merchant who's been to Zevrik before. So now there are 5 of them, plus the girl locked in a cage on a wagon. Everyone thinks she's just an innocent girl, except for the priest. He's convinced she's pure evil. As they're leaving, this local kid starts following them, begging to join up. He wants to be a knight. Baemon's like, no way, kid. But then Felson tests his sword skills, and the kid is actually really good. So Baemon's like, all right, fine, you can come. That night, they're taking turns guarding the cage. It's Eckhart's turn. He starts telling the priest this sad story about his dead daughter. The witch girl overhears, and then she starts to look exactly like his daughter.
She tricks him. He gets close to the cage to try and comfort her, and she yanks him against the bars and attacks him. The priest tries to help, but she injures him too. She snags the key from around his neck, unlocks the cage, and just bolts into the woods. Behmen and Felsen wake up to all the commotion, but it's too late.
Totally disappears
The
into this
witch
little
is
village
gone.
nearby. Everyone splits up to find her, but she's like a ghost, popping in and out of sight. Then she pulls her nastiest trick yet. She makes Eckhart see his dead daughter, all injured and calling for his help. He totally falls for it and runs right at her. But he doesn't see that Kay, the kid, is standing right there with his sword out, and Eckhart just runs right onto it. Impales himself. Total accident, but he's dead. It's super tragic. After that mess, they manage to catch the girl again and lock her back in the cage. She's begging them, crying that she's innocent, but they're not falling for it this time. The priest is like, okay guys, listen up. Don't think about anything you care about. She can read your minds and will use your biggest fears and regrets against you. So they keep going, and next up, they have to cross this insane gorge on a super sketchy ancient rope bridge. It's barely holding together, and they have to get this super heavy iron cage across. It's one of those scenes where everyone is holding their breath. They barely make it to the other side, and of course, the whole bridge just collapses behind them. No turning back now. Then, they have to go through this super spooky forest, the kind of place people go into and never come out of. It's crazy foggy, and they get totally lost. That night, the merchant guide keeps having these horrible nightmares, all thanks to the witch messing with his head. He completely loses it, grabs his bow, and tries to shoot it right in the cage. Behmen has to tackle him to stop it. They're lost for days, going in circles, and Behmen finally snaps. He's about to kill the witch himself, but the priest stops him. But just then, Felsen spots it. Zevrik, the monastery high up on a mountain. They made it. But when they get there, it's dead silent, like ghost town quiet. They bang on the door, but no one answers. So Kay, the kid, just scales the wall like a badass and opens the gate from the inside. And inside, it's a total horror show. Everyone is dead. All the monks, dead from the plague. The priest is heartbroken. He finds all these dead monks who were trying to copy the Book of Solomon, and then he realizes their book is the last original one in the world. So the priest grabs the book and starts chanting the big ritual. But it does nothing to the girl. Instead, her voice gets all deep and demonic, and she starts spilling all of Bemen's darkest secrets. And then they get it. She's not a witch. She's possessed by a full-on demon from hell. The priest kicks it up a notch with more powerful spells, and this horrifying winged monster just bursts out of the girl's body. It melts the cage bars and flies around the room, totally out of control. But Kay, the kid, grabs the book and keeps chanting. The words start to, set the demon on fire from the inside. The demon is screaming, and the fire just gets bigger and bigger until it drags the monster back down to hell. The demon is gone, and the girl is just a normal, scared girl again. Behmen dies a hero in the big fight, but his sacrifice saves everyone and his sins are forgiven. So Kay buries his friends, takes the now-cured girl and the book, and they ride off. And with the demon gone, the plague just vanishes. And that's the end of the movie.